Your life doesn't change in a year. It changes in the moment you decide to show up today. Not perfectly, not dramatically, just consistently. And it always starts in the morning, when no one's watching, when everything inside you says stay the same, but you don't. You reset. And that's where transformation begins. Chapter 1. The weight of yesterday. You wake up in the morning, but something already feels heavy. It's not your body, it's your mind. Before your feet touch the ground, your brain replays yesterday's failures, last week's arguments, unfinished goals, or the fear of what lies ahead today. Most people don't realize it, but every day begins under the weight of their past, and they carry it like an invisible backpack. This weight doesn't scream, it whispers. Nothing will change. You always mess things up. You're still behind. The truth is, your morning mood is rarely born in the morning. It is built by the leftovers of unprocessed emotions, unresolved decisions, and repeated negative self-talk. Every day you carry forward unhealed thoughts. You're not starting fresh. You're continuing a story you claim to want to change. Why the past wakes up with you. Your mind doesn't know the date. It knows patterns. If you ended yesterday feeling disappointed, anxious, or ashamed, your brain reactivates those same chemicals as soon as you wake up. This is why most people don't feel new even in a new day. The past lives in your nervous system, your beliefs, and your automatic thoughts. But this doesn't mean you're broken. It means you've been human for a long time without realizing how powerful awareness can be. Pause the pattern. The goal is not to erase the past. That's impossible. But you can reset how much of it you carry into the next 24 hours. The reset begins with noticing. Awareness is always the first step to change. If you can catch yourself in the first 5 minutes of the day saying, "This feels like yesterday," you're already taking power back. Chapter 2. Morning mindset is everything. First 20 minutes of your morning set the emotional tone of your entire day. If you wake up with anxiety, reach for your phone, and compare yourself to others, your brain instantly goes into survival mode. You lose control before you've even had a chance to begin. But mornings are a blank page. You can program your mind with peace, clarity, and purpose if you take charge of those first few minutes. What you consume becomes what you create. Morning action. Start the day with intention, not reaction. Breathe, think, then act. Chapter 3. Break the autopilot loop. Most people live the same day over and over again, not because nothing is changing, but because they aren't. Wake up, scroll, rush, work, repeat. The real enemy isn't failure, it's unconscious repetition. When you reset, you break the loop. You challenge your routines. You interrupt mindless behavior and create space for mindful living. Morning action. Do one thing differently each morning, even if it's as small as brushing your teeth with the opposite hand. Chapter 4. Micro habits. Macro results. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You need consistent micro shifts. Tiny, repeated actions beat intense, inconsistent effort every time. Drinking water, writing one sentence, moving your body for 2 minutes. These things seem small until they're not. Every morning gives you a chance to invest in your future self. If you can't do 30 minutes, do 3. If you can't run, walk. If you can't write a chapter, write a paragraph. Morning action. Choose one habit you can do in under 2 minutes and repeat it every morning. Chapter 5. The enemy called. Later is how dreams die. Every time you delay what matters, you send a message to your brain. This isn't urgent. This isn't important. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's fear of failure, of discomfort, of facing your own potential. When you train yourself to act now, you shift your identity from someone who avoids to someone who moves. Morning action. Identify one thing you've been putting off. Start it for 5 minutes. Just begin. Chapter 6. Design your reset. Rituals are not just routines, They're anchors. They create rhythm and stability. A reset ritual tells your brain, we're stepping into a new state now. Your ritual could be lighting a candle, stretching for 3 minutes, drinking warm water, journaling, or simply breathing with awareness. The key is consistency, not complexity. Morning action. Create a 5-minute reset ritual. Keep it simple. Do it daily. Chapter 7. The Psychology of Self-Respectivity. Time you break a promise to yourself, even small ones, you erode self-trust. And every time you keep a promise, you build self-respect. Respect doesn't come from how others see you. It comes from how you treat yourself when no one is watching. That starts every morning in the choices you make, the habits you keep, and the way you speak to yourself. Morning action. Keep at least one personal promise each morning, no matter how small. Chapter 8. Failing forward. Every morning you will fail. You will forget your morning routine. You will mess up, feel unmotivated, and want to quit. That's normal. But failure isn't the end. It's feedback. It's not weakness. It's part of wiring a new pattern. Don't aim for perfect mornings. Aim for real ones. Show up again, even when you missed yesterday. Especially when you missed yesterday. Morning action. Forgive yourself quickly. Restart. Faster than you criticize. Chapter 9. Identity is built at sunrise. Your identity isn't a fixed thing. It's a habit. And the most powerful time to shape your identity is in the quiet moments when the world hasn't yet told you who to be. If you want to become someone focused, strong, creative, or calm, start being that person in the morning, even for 5 minutes. Because how you start your day trains your brain for how to live your life. Morning action. Finish the sentence, I am the kind of person who. Then live it for one morning. Chapter 10. The morning that changed everything. There comes a moment when a new day actually feels new, not because of circumstances, but because you chose differently. One morning you'll wake up, follow your ritual, keep your promise, act without delay, and feel something strange. Momentum. You'll realize you don't need motivation, you need movement. You'll see that small shifts lead to massive growth. And that's when everything changes, not overnight, but every morning. Morning action. Treat each morning like your big breakthrough, because one of them will be. Chapter 11. Thoughts are not instructions. Every morning, thousands of thoughts flood your mind. Some are helpful, most are automatic. The problem is, we treat them like commands instead of suggestions. Stay in bed. You'll mess this up. It's too late to change. Your power begins when you realize this. You don't have to obey every thought you think. You can notice them, name them, and still act differently. That is where emotional freedom begins. Morning action. Label your first 3 thoughts of the day and decide which ones to challenge. Chapter 12. Intention over mood. Most people let their morning mood decide how their whole day will go. But mood is just a chemical weather report. It passes. Intention is the compass. You don't need to feel motivated to take meaningful action. You just need to decide what matters and move toward it. Every day, set one small intention that defines who you are becoming. Morning action. Write down one intention for the day. Today, I will underscore. Make it actionable and meaningful. Chapter 13. Don't wake up into the world. Wake up into yourself. Most people open their eyes and instantly open a portal to chaos. Social media, news, messages. They're not waking up into their own life. They're waking up into the world's noise. To reset your mind, you must reclaim the first moments of your morning. They belong to you, not the internet, not your boss, not your notifications. Morning action. Delay all screens for 30 minutes after waking. Use that space to meet yourself. Chapter 14. The story you tell yourself each morning. Your brain is always writing a story. I'm tired. I'm behind. I'm not enough. But you are the narrator. And narrators can change the plot. If you start each day telling yourself the same disempowering story, you'll live it out. But change the script, and you change the life. Morning action. Replace one limiting thought with a new story. Say it out loud. Example: today, I move with confidence, even if I feel doubt. Chapter 15. Protect your morning like it's sacred. You protect what you value. And yet, most people give their mornings away to distractions, to negativity, to speed and stress. But mornings are sacred. They are your daily chance to realign, refocus, and reconnect with who you're becoming. Treat your mornings like a meeting with your future self. Make them non-negotiable, because when you own your mornings, you slowly begin to own your life. Morning action. Choose one boundary for your morning. For example, number calls, no social media, no rushing, and honor it like a ritual. Asterisk. Moral of the book: lasting change doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from small, conscious choices made consistently, especially at the start of each day. When you reset your mind every morning, you reclaim your power, rewrite your patterns, and rewire your identity. The secret to transforming your life isn't in doing more. It's in showing up with awareness, intention, and courage. One morning at a time. Asterisk. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to the level of your habits.